Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of music plus microexpression plus autism. Alright, so let's get into it. Autistic children often present atypical emotional expression, including reduced or less conventional microexpression, rapid, subtle facial movements linked to genuine emotion. Music, particularly through music therapy and improvisation music therapy, has been shown to enhance emotional expression, social engagement, and affective communication, making it a promising tool to support microexpression development and recognition. So, the key findings from research is that music enhances spontaneous emotional expressions. Why does this matter? Because microexpression arises when emotional arousal exceeds a threshold. Music helps reach that threshold in a safe, motivating, and a happy way. Well, hopefully it is. All right, second, music improves social synchronization and emotional regulation. I don't know about that because I cry when there's sometimes Eminem, that'll get my anger out, and songs like Blue Rodeo and Sarah McLachlan, that made me cry. Things like that, and it's different for everybody, obviously. So the synchrony improved the child's ability, or any person's ability, to anticipate and respond to social cues, which is closely tied to microexpression production and recognition, which is something that autistic children might not be able to do, is to detect the environmental surroundings and their effects on themselves. Third, music activates neural pathway linked to emotion and expression. So, neuroimaging and EEG-based studies show music stimulates the limbic system, engages mirror neural networks, supporting emotional mimicry, enhances auditory and motor coupling. These systems are typically underactive or differently wired in autistic people. Music provides a compensatory pathway, indirectly increasing facial expressiveness. Number 4, music supports recognition of emotional cues, which we talked about. This suggests music can act as an emotional label, stabilizing the link between sound and the facial effect. And if you know your kids well, you know what kind of music they like, what kind of expression they're going to have, what kind of feeling that they cannot express. This is something that you should be looking into. Number 5, improvisational music therapy prompts microexpressions. That's something that's interesting to me as well. IMT technique, matching a child's rhythm, echoing music gestures, and varying in tempo, can produce moment of micro surprise, such as eye widening, quick tension releases in the face, such as micro relief, little checking looks towards therapists, such as micro seeking expressions. I didn't know that. I thought that's interesting. These rapid shifts are micro-expression linked behaviors, not always captured during standard social interactions. So, let's see. Why autistic children show fewer or different micro-expressions? Atypical emotional signaling pathway, motor planning differences, social motivation theory, which often serve social signaling purposes. Some autistic children may not rely on facial cues in communication. 4, higher cognitive load in social situations. And lastly, music reduces these barriers, making emotional expressions more accessible. Lastly, I want to talk about how music interacts with microexpression. So, how it goes is stimulus, then it's arousal, so that's something else internal, produces this microexpression afterwards, which is called microexpression cascade. So, first, music cues, second, emotional arousal increases, third, facial micro movements, 4, child notices and responds to a therapist's face, 5, reinforcement of emotional learning occurs. And that is what you really need to work with as a psychiatrist and therapist if you are autistic. I'm ADHD, and I'm working on my own problems. So, there we go. Lastly, all right, apply benefit for clinical, educational, and AI studies. Clinical therapy helps therapists observe subtle emotional cues. Educational music-based emotional lessons help with facial recognition. Common rhythms reduce sensory overload, more natural expressions. And lastly, AI plus microexpression analysis, which you can read on yourself, and the evidence in quick reading, which is very easy. So in conclusion, music acts as a nonverbal emotional amplifier for autistic children or people, helping both produce and recognize emotional facial cues, including microexpressions, especially. While the research specifically on microexpression is still developing, a lot I have to learn. The indirect effects through emotional arousal, synchronicity, and engagement are strongly supported. Thank you. Good night.